Hey, guys.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Sammy. Hi, Connie.
Oh,
Hi.
you all are beautiful.
Thanks, everybody, for doing this.
Phone is
Yeah, appreciate you.
literally
Yeah.
overheating.
We're going to have fun today.
Here we are. Oh, Anthony's on the run.
How's
Anthony's
everyone
not
doing?
messing
I know I
around.
can't hear y'all,
Yeah,
but
Anthony,
if you're doing well,
totally,
then
total New
go like
Yorker.
this,
You could
and if
just
you're doing
tell you're
badly,
moving,
just
ain't you,
blink
Anthony?
over
I
and
got you.
over. Blink 7 times if you need help.
Yeah.
Give it another few seconds. I think we're waiting on
Okay.
1 or 2 more folks, and then we'll get started.
Okay.
Listen, look at what has happened to our life. Is this craziness, guys? That this is how we're all hanging?
No, this is normal. Everything's fine, and everything is normal.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys. No, everything's normal and fine. This is life.
Elena, your backdrop is everything. Yes, I like that. The paisley.
I think we've got everyone.
Yeah?
So we'll take 2 shots. Everyone just find the camera. Lily, if you want to flip your phone. There we go. All right, cool. So we'll take 2 shots, and then we'll get them out to you guys later this week via email. First photo in 3, 2, 1. Cheese. And the second shot in 3, 2, 1. Awesome. And we'll get you guys off screen, and Ryan and Morning Mashup, you can take it away.
Okay.
Thank y'all
Wow.
for joining us.
That was
Yeah, well-
so wonderful.
That was a special shot.
Thank you to everyone who came and joined my very questionable speeches in this interview. This will be a lot of fun. Love you guys.
Well, here we go.
Yeah.
All right. We are the Morning Mashup. Stan, Nicole, and Ryan, and we are so excited today because we are here for a virtual live hits one-on-one with our friend. It's the first time we ever get to meet him, Conan Gray. Hello, Conan.
Hey, man.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
I mean-
awesome.
I feel like we already know each other. It's weird. Like we got to chat for like a couple minutes before we started this, but I feel as though we've known each other for years. Is that weird?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were born in the same room. Possibly
Okay.
we have the same parents.
All right.
Might be, I just feel like a connection to you.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say that's probably pretty true.
Well, off the air, just before we got this started, you told us a story that it is the only way we have to start this hits one-on-one about the first time you heard yourself on the radio. If we don't start off with this story, we've done something wrong. So why don't you
Agreed.
go ahead and share with everybody else?
Well, basically, I was in the car with my friend Dylan, and we were just pulling up into his like little street driveway. We were just about to turn the car off, and then Maniac started playing on Hits One, and it was the first time I ever heard myself on the radio. I was sitting there, and I was like, I looked at Dylan, and I was like, why are you playing Maniac? Like, I'm in the car. That's weird. Like, why are you doing that? And then I realized that the radio was on, and it was just like one of those moments where I was like, this truly can't be happening. There's no way that that's my voice. That's just somebody else who happens to be singing my song. Maybe that's what's happening. You know, it was just very, very surreal. And we sat there and jammed out, and it was I love
So
it.
what do you do? Do you sing along to yourself? Do you just scream? Do you have a dance party? Like what happens?
I don't know. I guess it depends on the mood. Depends on how much I'm loathing myself for the day. So I would say I'm usually just a little bop, a little dance in the car, a little send a few Snapchat videos to my friends so that they can tell me that I'm really not cool. Bring me back down to earth, you know? That's usually how it goes.
I would imagine your phone started blowing up. Like once Maniac started getting played on the radio,
Yeah.
you're hearing from people you probably didn't realize you had met once.
Yeah, there's definitely. Who are you? You truly did not care that I existed at all in high school. So, what's the switch in character? Questionable. But also like a lot of people that I'm like, oh, it's very nice to hear from you. I'm glad you care that I exist. But yeah, it's been fun. Also, like, it's funny because I feel like it's happened to everyone except for like the people that it's never happened to my friends. They've never like heard me on the radio. It's always like random people. It hasn't happened to my mom yet. She's like still waiting patiently for the day that she like hears it on the radio.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been very, very interesting.
I love it.
Conan, you just mentioned high school, and I wanted to mention something to you. You're the first artist that I can recall that has teenage male angst down pat.
Yeah.
Meaning, soon as I heard Maniac, soon as I heard Heather, I go, my God, this guy was in my high school. That's what I went through as a teen. And the uncomfortableness, whether it's the same sex or the opposite sex, you got it on lock, man. And it's very impressive. It's very impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, where'd that come from? Where did that...
I would say it probably came from my childhood trauma.
What happened? Give me an example of something that happened.
I think that high school for me was like a moment where I think that everyone goes through a phase where they just don't really know who they are. And high school was me like trying on all the different versions of myself that I could figure out. For a while, I like really wanted to like blend in as much as possible. And then I figured out that it's really hard for me to blend in a high school. My whole entire school is white people, so it was kind of hard. And then I think also just like, I don't know, when you're like in high school, I mean, even now, I'm still just extremely like every little thing that happens is like the end of the world, you know, like a little heartbreak, someone doesn't like you back, I'll write an album about you, you know, like any little tiny thing, and I'll write an album about you. It's really that simple. My personal life is extremely dry. So if anyone like does anything to me, I'm like, I'm gonna write an album about you. That's kind of how I feel.
You know, I saw that you tweeted, you know, please ignore me from age 14 to 16, because everything at that point was like, what did you say? It was just cringeworthy. You don't even want. Is there something in particular, a memory of those ages that makes you just go, oh, I can? You just want to crawl in a fetal position?
I mean, it's horrifying that 14-year-old me had access to the internet. Because who allowed that? Mom, why did you allow that? The things I used to say when I was 14. Who is that person? Who is that person?
Yep.
If I could strangle 14-year-old me, I would kill him. I would strangle him. He is so stupid. It doesn't need to exist, but he lives like immortalized on the internet, which is horrifying. So if you knew me from the ages of like 12 to 17, no, you didn't. You did not know me. That's not true. That wasn't me.
Okay. All right.
Well, one of our main purposes for being here today is we have a bunch of fans who, by the way, you have some amazing fans who are really in love with you and your music, but they have questions for you. And I think, Nicole, you have one over there, right?
I believe we have Carissa in California that has a question for you. What's going on, Carissa?
She wanted to know what's been the worst and best aspect of quarantine for you.
Ooh, best part of quarantine has probably been seeing everybody show so much love to Heather. That was a huge surprise. When I wrote that song, I literally was like, no one's gonna relate to this. I'm weird, and this only happened to me, and I'm trash, and I'm weird, and this isn't happening. But then it turns out that a lot of people related, and I wasn't the only one who's felt that way, so that was really comforting to me. Also terrifying and really exciting. And it was like this, just a really interesting, crazy thing that's happened with the reaction to Heather. I'm very grateful. And the worst thing that's happened in quarantine has just been spending 9 months alone. Like, I'm so bored. Somebody, I just want like a hug, just a handshake.
Let's do a virtual hug right now. Okay, it's happening. We're here.
Virtual hug.
Yeah, it's gotten boring, and I don't think humans are made to not, be around other people, So that's been a bummer. I really, that one. That's probably
All right,
it.
so we got a question here from Natalie from Texas. Hi, Natalie. Her question is, has the COVID-19 pandemic had any positive effects on your creative process?
Oh gosh. Oh, it's hard to think about positive effects of a horrible virus. I would say, if anything, I think all of us kind of in quarantine have grown quite introspective, and we've learned a lot about ourselves. I think I've learned a lot about myself in the past year, kind of reevaluating what is important to me and what isn't important to me. And on the creative process, I don't think it's helped very much because I write about my own life. I write about my own life, and I hate to break it to you, but there's nothing exciting in my personal life. No one's in love with me. No one's trying to date me. It's just me. So I don't really have that much to say. I'm gonna be completely honest. So I don't think there's been that many positive effects creatively. No.
Well, we're going to do more hits one-on-one. Yes, thank you, Natalie. Hits one-on-one with Conan Gray. More next on SiriusXM Hits 1. All right, it's SiriusXM Hits 1. Conan Gray is here. This is awesome and exciting. Nicole and Stan, this is the first time we've ever gotten a chance to catch up with Conan. We have a whole bunch of listeners on the Zoom with us who are going to be asking questions and going. And, you know, you have been, I found it just amazing a second ago that you said that your mother still has never, as much as we play Heather, as much as like that song is you know, like out there, what has your mother done to avoid this?
Well, my mother hasn't heard Heather on the radio, but also she doesn't listen to the radio, so I don't know why she's so pressed about it.
Okay.
But she does. She very specifically told me she doesn't want it to happen forcefully. She wants it to happen naturally. So she wants to be like at a grocery store and she wants to hear it. You know, otherwise it loses its effect. You know, so I think that's what she's doing to avoid it.
Very
I love
nice.
it.
Well,
I know that you write in bed a lot, and that's something that was one of the places that you find inspiration or motivation, and that's where it happens for you sometimes. But since you've been in the pandemic, does that continue, or have you found new places because you're sick of writing in your bed? Because, well, we always have our bed right there when we're in the middle of a pandemic.
You would think I would get sick of my bed after 20 years of sitting in it, but it's simply one of the best pleasures in life. Anytime you're just a little too stressed out, you can really just turn your brain off and not exist anymore. Isn't that wonderful? That's so wonderful.
It really is. It really is.
It really is quite wonderful.
We've got a whole bunch of questions from Conan Gray fans today. One of them, Miari in Nevada, she wants to know if you think songwriting is more of a source of stress or a stress reliever for you.
Ooh, it depends what I'm writing about. I would say usually a stress reliever though. If I'm really, really mad about something or really sad about something, if I write a song about it, it usually makes me feel a bit better. But the songs that come out of really stressful times, I listen back to them maybe a couple months later and I'm like, oof, I really can't listen to that right now. Yeah.
All right. Stan, let's see. We've got another. Oh, go ahead, Nicole.
This one is me. I've got Elena. I've got Elena from Florida. Elena wants to know, what is your least favorite and most favorite song to perform?
Ooh, least favorite song to perform. Eek. To be completely honest, this might get me in trouble. I have a song called Grow that's really exhausting to sing live. I just get tired halfway through. I'm like, oh, why did I write this song so high? I can't sing this high. I wrote this when I was like 16, 17. I'm like, oh, goodness. And my favorite song to sing live is Maniac because everyone goes so crazy and it's really funny. And I just love hearing them scream like, you maniac. It's just like, it's the best feeling ever. And I just feel like it's the time where the whole crowd comes together and like really riots. I love a good riot.
Well, we're just about to get a performance of Maniac right now. But how much, before your live performances, how much do you have to rehearse, or how much is it you just go out there and wing it and you know how to do it?
I had the pleasure of kind of having to learn as I go. So all of my mistakes are extremely public. It's been really fun. But I would say, I would say that I don't really rehearse what I do on stage. I just kind of go up there and lose my inhibitions and kind of look like an idiot, but in a good way. It's really fun. I think that it's just fun to kind of lose your mind, and I think that's the most fun part of it all for me. And since I wrote the songs, I don't really have to rehearse playing them as much because I wrote them. But rehearsals are important, and I definitely do them.
Okay.
All right.
Who inspired Maniac, and has that person reached out to you?
Maniac was inspired by this person who literally I barely knew at all. I met like a couple times, and they texted me once really late at night, and they were just like, oh my gosh, Conan, like you're so crazy and manipulative, and like you did all these things to me, telling all these like just spitting at me, and I was like, what are you talking about? And it was just really, really surprising because they were like telling me that I was insane, and I was like, I barely know you. What are you talking about? How do you have the audacity to call me insane when you're saying what you're saying right now, and I've met you like twice. So it was very weird. And then I went in the shower, and then I wrote Maniac in the shower, and that's how that song happened.
Was the text message in all caps?
They were really
Were they yelling?
aggressive, and they were also the kind of text message that came in like it was like 45 different little ones. It wasn't like one big paragraph. It was like
That's so annoying, by the way. That's so annoying.
And I was like, who are you? Who are you? Why are you doing this to me? Why?
All right, well, now we get the performance. This is why everybody's here today. Conan Gray, Maniac. It's a Hits one-on-one on SiriusXM Hits 1.
You were with your friends partying when the alcohol kicked in. Said you wanted me dead, so you show up at my home all alone with the shovel and a rose. Do you think I'm a joke? Well, people like you always want back what they can't have, but I'm past that, and you know that, so you should turn back to your rap pack, tell them I'm trash. Tell all of your friends that I'm crazy, drive you mad, that I'm such a stalker, a watcher, a psychopath. And tell them you hate me, you dated me just for laughs, so why did you call me and tell me you want me back? You made me high. Oh, you made me high. You made me high. Oh, you made me high. Well, you just went too far, wrecked your car, called me crying in the dark. Now you're breaking my heart, so I show up at your place right away, wipe the tears off of your face. While you beg me to stay, well, people like you always want back what they can't have, but I'm past that, and you know that, so you should turn back to your rap pack, tell them I'm trash. Tell all of your friends that I'm crazy and drive you mad, that I'm such a stalker, a watcher, a psychopath. That's how they hate me and dated me just for laughs, so why do you call me and tell me you want me back? You made me high. Oh, you made me high. You made me high. Oh, you made me high. Well, psychopathic, don't be so dramatic. We had magic, but you made it tragic. Now you're manic. Honestly, I've had it. Listen to yourself when you need to get some. Tell all of your friends that I'm crazy and drive you mad, that I'm such a stalker, a watcher, a psychopath. And tell them you hate me and dated me just for laughs, so why do you call me and tell me you want me back? You made me high. Oh, you made me high. You made me high. Oh, you made me high.
On SiriusXM Hits 1. Thank you so much, Conan, for doing that for us. And you know, one thing, you were supposed to perform this year at Coachella. So I would imagine, like, are you disappointed at all that you don't get to have a big crowd like that? Or, and what's the difference in preparing for a virtual performance compared to something huge like that?
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely really excited to play Coachella. I was also horrified. I was so nervous and so scared because, like, I don't know. How do you prepare to play Coachella? It's just like, I don't even know. But I think in a weird way, it felt really right that I released Kid Crow kind of out of my bedroom and on the internet, because that's how I wrote it, and that's how I've always written music, is just out of my bedroom. And so it felt pretty right. And obviously, once everything is safe again and once people are safe again, I'd really love to play those shows and be able to experience this album with people. But it makes me feel like maybe there was something right about the fact that people are experiencing the album and Kid Crow in a way that in the same way that I wrote it, for sure.
So Kid Crow was released in March. Was there, and it was right in the middle. Like I saw the date of the release date, and I'm like, well, wait, that's right when I got sent home from work, and the last time I saw my office. So what was the discussions about? Like, do we still want to release the album? Was anyone thinking about putting it on hold? Like, because that was the peak crazy was when Kid Crow was released.
Yeah, the album released the week that I went into quarantine. I think that a lot of people went into quarantine. And I think for a lot of the beginning of it, I think I was talking to my friends. We all thought that maybe the quarantine was going to be 2-3 weeks, right? And now it's been,
That's what we were told.
now it's been 7 months. Which you kind of have to laugh because of. It's just have to do and give people something to do while and so I think I just had to release it.
Now, I know we were talking about Coachella just a minute ago. Coachella, I feel like for a lot of artists, for most artists, is really just it's like a rite of passage. And eventually we will go back to normal and you will be able to play an amazing festival like that. But do you have anything that for you as a musician, as an artist, you feel like will be a rite of passage, will be like, okay, once I do this, then man, I have made it. I mean, you're already a rock star, you're already a superstar, but like for yourself as an artist, a moment that you'll be like, wow, once I do this, or I get on this stage, or I get this type of award, do you have something like that?
If I'm going to be completely honest, I never thought I would even make it this far. So anything in the future seems absolutely impossible. I don't have any real things. Like I honestly just am trying to write good music and trying my best to keep doing what I love and hopefully not get too caught up in the little things like that. Also because there's so much that's out of your control in life, and the only thing I can control is writing music. But I really just hope I get to do a really big world tour and be able to meet a lot of the international fans as well. A lot of places that I haven't been yet. I think it's going to be really special to me.
What is Kid Crow?
Kid Crow is kind of an inside joke to my friends, and now it's kind of an inside joke with all of the fans, which makes me feel really happy. But basically, my friends always joked that I was a bird. It's just a weird thing that they always said, just because I tend to... I was the friend in the friend group that just kind of flew away and did my thing. And then when I was thinking of the title of my album, I wanted something that was just kind of an introduction to who I was. It wasn't a big, massive, deep statement. It's just if I were an animal, I'd be a crow. I asked what animal am I? And she was just you're a crow. Duh. And I was like, yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. It really wasn't that deep. I was like, that's who I am. It's my debut album. I'm just saying hi. It's just my introduction. So I wanted to kind of just make something that felt like who I am as a person.
Love it.
We've got a whole bunch of fans on the call that are looking to know some stuff from Conan Gray, Stan.
Yes,
Okay,
I believe we've got Jennifer here from New Jersey, and Jennifer says, out of all the celebrities that ever reached out to you because of your recent success, who left the greatest impact on you?
Ooh, greatest impact. I would say Taylor was just really quite hilarious.
Insane.
And incredible.
Insane.
I was very, very surprised. And I grew up listening to her music and still listen to her music every single day of my life. So it was just really, really, really special to me and meant so much to me. And it was, she's just undeniably an icon. And I've learned so much from her, even though she didn't really mean to. I've learned so much just from watching her. So that was really, really special to me for sure.
All right, we have one more. We have Sarah from Pennsylvania. Hi, Sarah. She would like to know, how did you let yourself be vulnerable in your music? How do you do that?
I would say when I'm writing music, I try not to think about the fact that other people are going to listen, because if I think about it too hard, then I get freaked out because people are listening to all of my secrets. But I think it's really important when you're writing a song to be honest, because people can relate to honesty, and people can tell if you're telling the truth, you know. And also, like, humans are humans. We all have a lot of the same problems, and we all have a lot of the same lives, even though we all think that we're like the only ones who went through this little thing. I think it's just really important, and even if it literally obliterates my personal life and makes me extremely embarrassed because I get really awkward texts from people from my past, I think it's important that I just tell the truth.
We thank you for that. We thank you for that. It's all for the cause, right?
I have no friends left, but that's fine.
You got some new ones, man. Conan, you got some new ones.
You're right. You're so right.
Hits one-on-one with Conan Gray. More next on SiriusXM Hits One. Stan and Nicole, we're having so much fun. Our brand new friend. I'm upset that it took us this long to actually get to hang out and meet you. Conan Gray, we're doing a Hits one-on-one this morning. We've got another performance coming up very soon. You missed Maniac already. This will all be back up on the SiriusXM app if you've missed what we've done so far. But thank you to all our listeners who are here today. And I just wanted to right away grab one of the listeners who had a question for you. And Annie from California, she wanted to know what you would tell your past self about the journey to getting where you are today, and other than we already reviewed that stop tweeting and get off social media. but what else would you have told past Conan?
I would have told past Conan to chill out. First of all, he was so stressed out, and I think that, you know, I would have just taken a little bit more time to really appreciate growing up and not spend so much time just facing the future constantly. But I also would have told him to kind of sit back and enjoy the moments a little bit more, because it happens so fast growing up. And I don't know why I'm speaking as if I'm 75 years old and I've seen my entire life happen, but I just think everyone needs to take a little bit more time to just kind of exist in the moment that you're existing in, for sure.
Is there one time looking back you wish you had like really appreciated it a little bit more?
Oh my God, so many moments in my life. Kiss that person. Just kiss them. Just kiss them.
Yeah.
It's not that you should have just done it. It's so stupid.
Just go for it. So you have some things that you would have told little Conan, and you said, you know, as far as celebrities go, you know, Taylor's impacted you as, well, you know, one of the biggest celebrities. And I was reading that you even said she's sort of almost taught you everything that you know. And I mean, was that musically? Like, maybe give us an example of something that you feel like you really learned from her, like one big thing that Taylor Swift really taught you.
Taylor knows more than anyone how to tell a story in a way that people can really understand, in a way that's so, you know, she just is always brutally honest and so specific and so real in the way that she writes a song. And I just feel like I've always admired the way that she knows how to speak, and I've never been the most eloquent speaker, and the way that she can talk and write music in a way that's so, that just finds a way into people's hearts and finds a way to really, really speak a lot of truth in such a short amount of time. It's just always been so impressive to me. And so she taught me everything that I know about songwriting, and about pop music and about every other form of music. She's just so special and such a talent.
I would imagine the validation when you figured out that Taylor does like your songwriting, that Taylor does like your songs, that feeling had to have been another world.
Well, it was, yeah, I mean, it was so funny, and it's just like, thank you for liking my songs. You taught me how to write them, so thank you.
Wow. Very nice. Well, Stan, we got another listener. Thank you to everybody today that's joining us for this Hits One-on-One with Conan Gray. Who's up next there, Stan?
I think we got Anthony from New York. Hey, Anthony. Anthony wants to know, when the pandemic ends and the concerts start up again, what's the one artist that you want to tour with and why?
Oh, gosh, I can't wait to tour again. Like, literally, I can't even imagine a world where we can tour again. It's going to be so fun. An artist that I want to tour with, I want to tour with my friends really bad. I really want to go on tour with my friends. And so I'm not sure exactly who. Hopefully just once the festival circuit starts up again. I'm just excited to see all my friends at the festivals and watch their sets and things like that, for sure. That's a lot of fun, for sure.
Do you have a crew of friends that you'll like bring on tour with you that will just like hang with you? That will just like be there to like chill with you?
I wish, but I'm the age where I should have been in college right now. So all of my friends are in college, and they're all like, "Conan, I have classes. I'm not gonna fly to New York." And I'm like, "But why not?" And they're like, "Because I have a life."
I have a final.
You have a
Oh
life.
yeah. Oh
School.
cool. That
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Normal. Yes. Okay. Cool. Got it. Cool. So I'll just go over here. That's fine. Yeah. I wish I had that, but I do not have that.
If you were in college and music wasn't an option, what do you think you would have studied?
Well, I went to college for a total of 1 month. It was
Okay.
really
Yes.
exciting. I went to UCLA. I guess you could say I graduated. Alumni. No. I studied communications, but in actuality, I was just undeclared. But I think if I was in college, I'd probably be doing like business or marketing or maybe biology. I really love science for sure.
All right. Hits one-on-one, Conan Gray. More is next on SiriusXM Hits 1. All right, this is a Hits One-on-One. Conan Gray is here performing in just a few more minutes. We're going to get another performance. I'm Ryan, Stan, and Nicole are here. And Stan, it looks like you're raising your hand. You've got a pressing question.
Well, you know, I'm just so impressed to meet you. I know everybody's enjoying it. Is Heather, your song Heather, really about Heather? Or is that you switched that name?
It really is about somebody named Heather. I really, in the moment that I was writing it, I didn't really think that anybody would care about the song, so I didn't really think that far ahead. Like I said earlier, my personal life, obliterated. It's been so awkward. So many people have texted me, been like, why did you write that song about Heather? And I'm like, I don't know why I wrote it. I just did. Because I also don't really know. The person, Heather, that I wrote it about we weren't really that close, so I don't really think that she would even know. But I think also, like, it's just, I think people are really caught up in, like, who the song is about. But I think, to me, it's more about, like, who is your own personal Heather? Who is that kind of person? And everybody has a Heather. I actually
cool when your fans like take that on as their own, like they have Heathers, like they use that now. That's like part of their vernacular. It's like kind of a cool moment when that happens.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me really happy because the fans and people have kind of taken this song that I wrote and turned it into kind of like a catchphrase that's used. It's being used to spread a lot of love. People are going to their friends being, "Oh, you're Heather," and things like that. It makes me feel good because I wrote the song out of a place of like jealousy and kind of not from a very nice perspective, but people turn it into something that empowers people. And the term is being used to like empower other women and women empowering each other. And it just makes me really happy because it turned something that kind of came from a bitter piece of my heart and turned it into something that's used to spread love, which just makes me feel very, very good.
Just quickly, can I just tell you that I'm feeling bitter and I just feel like we're in the trust tree, and so I just like want to say it. I'm feeling like your hair looks better than mine, and I feel like your hair always looks better than mine, and I want to know what it is you do. Will it always be this way? How is it so luxurious? I mean, give me the scoop on your hair, dude. I can't handle it anymore. I can't look at it. It's so beautiful.
Thank you so much. My hair is just the way it is. I guess it's from my mom or something. I'm not sure.
Got it from your mama.
I got it from my mama. I don't really know. Actually, I'm just like, I have like a secret plan. I guess it's not so secret now, but like one day I just want to shave it all off. Maybe like in later in life, I'm just gonna surprise everyone. I'm gonna keep everyone on their toes. Be like, who knows? Maybe one day I'm not gonna have any hair. But yeah, thank you very much. That means a lot to me. I'm gonna take that compliment to heart on the days that my hair doesn't look good.
Very nice.
Your hair looks beautiful, so I don't even know what you're saying.
We've got a couple more listener questions. And Lily from Pennsylvania, she wanted to know, we just covered a little bit about Heather and the reaction that Heather had and things like that about the song being written. So we wanted to say hi to Lily. Hi, Lily. We covered your question there. And now we've got Lauren from Wyoming. And Lauren wants to know is what advice you would give to somebody in a small town, a young songwriter in a small town that might not have people around them that understand it or support them. How would you tell them to move forward?
Don't let anybody make fun of you for writing songs. Like, the second that people found out that I was writing songs in high school, they were so mean to me, and so, I don't know, it was really interesting, the way that people reacted. I just, like, let yourself do what you love. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not special or that you don't deserve to be able to speak your own feelings, and just keep at it. You never really know what's gonna happen. You have no idea. I had no idea when I was in high school that anything would change, and so keep at it and let the passion live in you, and people will be able to tell for sure.
Lauren says thank you, and you're still on the screen. She looked excited enough. I think we might want to hear Heather.
Yes, please.
Yeah?
Can we do the Heather performance?
Let's do it.
Okay. Conan Gray, this is Heather, Hits 1-on-1 on SiriusXM Hits 1.
I still remember 3rd of December, me in your sweater. You said it looked better on me than it did you. Only if you knew how much I liked you. But I watch your eyes as she walks by. What a sight for sore eyes, brighter than sky. She's got you mesmerized while I die. Why would you ever kiss me? I'm not even half as pretty. You gave your sweater, it's just polyester, but you like her better. Wish I were Heather. Watch as she stands with her holding your hand. Put your arm around her shoulder. Now I'm getting colder, but how could I hate her? She's such an angel. But then again, kinda wish she were dead as she walks by. What a sight for sore eyes, brighter than the blue sky. She's got you mesmerized while I die. Why would you ever kiss me? I'm not even half as pretty. You gave her your sweater, it's just polyester, but you like her better. I wish I were Heather. Why would you ever kiss me? I'm not even half as pretty. You gave her your sweater, it's just polyester, but you like her better. Wish I were.
Absolutely amazing. Heather, right here on a Hits 1-on-1, the morning mashup. Stan, Nicole, and Ryan and Conan. It feels is so good watching you sing that song. It's incredible. And the thing that I was taken back and that I can't imagine wouldn't have made you smile, but I saw that you got a big compliment from Elton John. That he said that basically, you know, you're one of the best songwriters in music today. How did that? Oh yeah, see, when you first heard that, I would imagine like, no, come on, he didn't say that, right?
No, yeah, can't be real. Can't be real.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was just so surreal. What do you even say to Elton John when he says something like that? I mean,
Thank you.
It's just, yeah, I'm just like, thanks for raising an entire generation of songwriters, Elton John. You're incredible. Very, very surreal. So special.
Have you ever spoken to him, or did you just hear the compliment like the rest of us did?
Well, he reached out and basically just was like, hey, can we talk and do an interview for my show? And I was like, yes. Yeah, it was just very special. And it was so funny because he FaceTimed me for the call. And I guess I was expecting maybe to like FaceTime a number and they'd like get me prepared to like talk to Elton or something. And I just picked up the phone and it was just Elton John. I was like, this isn't happening. It was just so special. He's so incredible and he's an icon. So it was very, very special and surreal.
You are used to writing on your own. You are an incredible songwriter. He is not wrong. You're unbelievable. But what is it like collaborating with another songwriter? I know that you recently collaborated with Lauv, who we're big fans of right here on Hits One. We love him. What was that like, and how did that whole thing come about? How did you meet? How did that connection happen?
Yeah, well, I love him too. He's just really, really talented. And we met like a couple months ago, and we just kind of became friends over the past, kind of during quarantine, sending each other like stupid things on Instagram. And it literally happened very quickly. I think everyone has a different process when it comes to writing songs, but him and I write songs pretty similarly. Like we just write songs on guitars in our rooms. So it felt really normal. It was literally just him and I, and we were just ranting about life and about people and weird people who are like super double-sided and super fake, and then we just ended up writing a song about it. We didn't even mean to write a song about it, and it's really fun. I think I learned so much about songwriting through other people, and he's extremely talented and a very special person, so it was very, very fun.
Speaking of other people and very talented, I heard that one of the members of BTS heard the song with Lauv. They gave you some nice compliments that sent the BTS army a buzz. So is there any a possibility of you working together with one of them or all of them?
I would absolutely die to work with any of them. I love them so much, and V and all of his support has really meant so much to me. It's been so special to be able to, hear anything from somebody so talented, and I think we can all agree that those boys are just absolutely mesmerizing.
Also like beautiful.
Yeah.
The stunning, so talented.
It's stunning.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Yeah.
And how did we wait this long to congratulate you? Because you launched a clothing line. You have your own clothing line now.
Hey!
Like this is
Really?
awesome.
Wow.
I do have my own clothing line. I don't know who allowed that to happen. Because I dress like a grandpa. But I just aligned with Bershka and made a bunch of clothes, and literally they're like all from random drawings in my notebooks, and it's been a lot of fun being able to work with them and make clothes that I would want to wear. And I think that fashion is just a great way to be able to express yourself, and so to have the opportunity was really exciting.
Very nice.
Obviously your music is big on TikTok. Do you have any TikTok dances that you feel like you're amazing at? I mean, I've given a couple of them a shot and it hasn't gone that well, but like when you have your music on there, like I feel like you have to try to learn a little bit. I mean, you got Charlie D'Amelio who is like rocking out to your music. So, I mean,
Queen
is there
legend.
anything that you... Yes, totally.
Charlie is a Queen legend. I don't know that many, but one day during quarantine, me and my friends all decided to learn the Say So dance. And I'm not gonna lie, it's probably like one of my best talents in life is specifically the Say So dance. I'm not gonna show you guys. I don't think you could handle it. Personally, I don't think
Not
you're
ready?
prepared.
What you saying? We not ready?
I don't think you're ready. I just like I see it in your faces. I think you're just too young to be able to deal with to die so soon.
Right.
By seeing
Totally.
me do the Say So dance. No. But I love Doja Cat so much, and we all know the Say So dance. We do it at all times. Like at the grocery store, we're just like, it's a good time.
Well, thank you. Go ahead, Stan.
Well, there's just one more question I wanted to. Alexis from Indiana had a question for you. I wanted to see if I could get to it. She said, if you could be any character on television or in a movie, hi, Alexis, any character on television in a movie, what would that character be? Who would you be?
Oh, I would absolutely be Harry Potter. No doubt. I love those movies so much, and lately, like on my TikTok, there's like been a lot of like behind the scenes videos been showing up on my For You page on TikTok, and I just love those people so much, and I love how the actors are so much like their characters. It just makes me smile so much, and I love Harry Potter, and my friends always say that I would be Harry. So yeah, Harry Potter. for sure.
Did you see the news that Tom Felton is trying to get everybody together to do? I don't, it'll probably be virtual. He's going to try to do a reunion.
I would love that so much. Those kids, I guess they're adults now, but I just
Yes.
they were just like so formative, and I love them so much.
Well, Conan, you have some amazing fans, and we want to thank every single one of them that has been supporting you on Hits One and that has been here today with us for the Hits One-on-One. And also thank you to you for some amazing performances and just sitting here and being so honest with us and open with us. And it's so nice to meet you and finally get to do this.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you to all the fans who are watching and have supported me. It just means so much to me. And yeah, hopefully we can do this in person sometime soon.
Yes,
We shall.
absolutely.
love it.
Thank you, Conan. We love you.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Thank
Love you,
you.
Conan.
Love y'all. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, everybody.
This has
Thank you,
been a Hits
everybody.
One-on-One with Conan Gray. See you guys later.
See ya.
All right, Conan, thank you. That was incredible.
Thank
You're
you. This
amazing.
was so much
You're so
fun.
Yeah.
This
wanna
was so
hug
much
you
fun.
for real.
Are the fans still here?
They're all here.
Hi guys, thank you guys so much for coming and for watching me. It means so much to me, and I hope that you guys are staying safe.
Love it.
Great. Yeah,
Thank you,
Well,
sweetheart.
is that
Yes.
it? Do you guys need anything?
I think we're done. Somebody will jump on and tell us if that's
Yeah,
needed.
somebody will.
I think we're all good, and I'm gonna close this out now. So
Great.
thank you all. Have a good
Okey
day.
doke.
Thank you guys. See
Thank you so much,
you.
Conan. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you
All right.
so much. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.